Twitch was blackmailed. He was on Diddy tapes.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
I just wanted to say the past 11 days have been really tough for everyone, but to honor Twitch,
the man we all thought had it all just tried to blackmail our favorite Twitch star. You won't believe what's gone viral. The internet is buzzing, and people are starting to wonder if this is for real. Get ready, because we're about to spill some juicy details that will change everything you thought you knew about these celebrities. This isn't just gossip. Hollywood is reeling from leaked videos spreading faster than a Taylor Swift breakup song. Hold on tight, because things are about to get wild. Clip 1. Let me tell you about the day the music industry came to a screeching halt. Picture this. Diddy, the king of his empire, strolling around like he owns the world. But something's not right. The normally cool, calm, and collected mogul is sweating like never before. Now, the industry is always full of drama, so at first it seemed like just another rumor. But this time, the whispers were crazier than Cardi B's wildest outfits, talking blackmail, secret videos, and Diddy getting caught up in something shady. Here's the truth. He tried to blackmail Twitch. Yes, you heard that right. The same Twitch we all know from Ellen, with his smooth moves and million-dollar smile. Apparently, Diddy thought the dirt he had on Twitch was more valuable than all the riches in his mansion. If you've been paying attention, you've probably noticed Diddy acting weird lately, canceling appearances, dodging interviews, and looking over his shoulder like he's in a spy movie. Remember when he showed up to the BET Awards looking like he'd seen a ghost? Now we know why. He was probably worried that his blackmail scheme was about to explode. But here's the big question. What could Twitch possibly know that had Diddy so shaken up? That's the real mystery. Twitch has always been the darling of dance, spreading joy faster than a viral TikTok challenge. But maybe, just maybe, he's hiding a secret much darker than we ever imagined. Clip 2. Let's get into the video that's got everyone cracking up. It starts off pretty normal. Diddy in his home studio, ready to drop what he thinks is going to be the hottest song of 2023. But then, out of nowhere, he starts talking about Twitch. The whole vibe feels like something straight out of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Diddy's acting all cocky, like he's about to pull off the biggest Hollywood scandal. But trust me, this video is just the tip of the iceberg. He starts dropping dates, locations, and details that only someone deep in the mess would know. It's like watching a car wreck in slow motion. You can't look away. The wildest part? Diddy thought he was playing 4D chess, but he ended up checkmating himself. What makes it even crazier is that the video doesn't even show Diddy's face. Yet you can feel his presence in every word, like he's trying to threaten someone who isn't even there. And his eyes? It's not the confident swagger we're used to seeing. This is a man who's terrified his empire is about to come crashing down like a sandcastle in a hurricane. But don't get too comfortable, because this story has more twists than a pretzel factory. Trust me, the next chapter of this scandal is going to have you clutching your pearls and calling your mom. If you thought this was juicy, oh honey, just wait.
The connection with Ellen and Diddy, we all know that they were tight. He had been on her show many times. So, nothing would surprise me. But
remember when I said we were just scratching the surface? Well, grab your popcorn because we're about to spill some seriously hot tea about Twitch that'll make you rethink everything you thought you knew about him. You know Twitch, right? The breakout star from So You Think You Can Dance, the guy with the $1 million smile and moves smoother than butter on a hot biscuit. He won everyone over, even making your grandma want to get up and dance. He was pure sunshine, spreading joy faster than gossip in a hair salon. But behind that dazzling smile, there's a storm quietly brewing. The streets are buzzing with talk that Twitch has a secret so big, it could bring down the Hollywood sign. We're talking about tea so juicy, it could flip everything we thought we knew about our favorite dancer. Now, I can't say for sure what it is, but let me give you a hint. Diddy was after some seriously explosive information, stuff that could make even the most jaded publicist in LA drop their phone in shock. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning.
People, how far back we go.
I know, but I wear t-shirts. I don't know what that means.
Anyway, all right, let's.
I mean,
You hold that.
okay.
All right.
I got this. Take two if the joke didn't work.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Hey.
Hollywood gossip, honey. If what some people are saying is true, it could shake up everything faster than a quick costume change on Dancing with the Stars. We're talking about the possibility of not just ruining Twitch's career, but the whole industry. You might be wondering, why would Diddy risk it all for this? Well, in Hollywood, information is power. If Diddy thought he had the ultimate trump card, he probably thought he could call the shots. Maybe he was trying to control more than just the music world, or maybe he was scared a secret was going to come back and bite him. But here's where things get really spicy. When Twitch supposedly found out about Diddy's blackmail scheme, he didn't just sit back and take it. Sources close to Twitch say he wasn't about to let Diddy treat him like a puppet on national TV. Twitch stood his ground faster than you can say 5, 6, 78, if you know, you know. Rumor has it, he clapped back so hard, it left Diddy speechless. One of those moments that makes you want to stand up and slow clap. Diddy clearly underestimated Twitch. And the next part of the story? It shows just how much fire Twitch had in him. When the pressure was on, Twitch didn't just dance. He allegedly told Diddy to take his threats and shove them where the sun...
Out. They were already saying that Ellen had something. That's what they were saying that came out. Not too much of Diddy, but Ellen. So, again, take these videos with a grain of salt, but I ain't gonna be boo-boo the fool to think that this stuff can't exist.
That's a go. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 2, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. What time do you stay up till?
I stay up to like maybe 6 in the morning. I'm back up at like 10:30, 11.
6 in the morning? What do you do every night till 6 in the morning? You don't go to clubs every night.
No, I mean, I make love a lot. I mean, you know,
That's
Ellen,
my favorite answer ever.
I told you when I came on the show, I was going to be completely honest and expose myself to the world.
Yo.
Have you ever seen a scandal so wild that it makes the OJ trial look like a parking ticket? Well, buckle up, because what's coming next in Hollywood is about to make the Met Gala look like a quiet Sunday service. The word on the street is that this leak is about to flip Hollywood on its head, and no one's getting out unscathed. Picture this. It's just another Tuesday, celebrities sipping their pricey green juices, when BAM, the video drops on social media, spreading faster than you can say viral. Suddenly, everyone and their mama is watching Diddy squirm like a worm on a hook. I won't spoil the details, but let's just say this footage makes the Real Housewives look like a kiddie fight. Servers were gossiping, and you could almost hear the collective gasp from LA to Brooklyn. Diddy's name is being thrown around more than at a Coachella afterparty, and he looks like he's seen a ghost. The secrets revealed? Well, let's just say they could bring everything crashing down. Reactions were hotter than fresh Popeyes biscuits, and the tension? Thick enough to cut with a knife. While Twitch's team scrambled to put out the flames, Diddy was claiming it was all a huge mistake. But oh lord, the fans? They were more divided than a pizza at a Super Bowl party. And here's where it gets even juicier. Celebrities started picking sides faster than you can say cancel culture, throwing shade at each other in cryptic Instagram posts and pretending they never met Diddy or Twitch. It was like a high school lunchroom fight, but with way more drama.
Because Allison, you know, his wife, she's dating someone right now. So a lot of people are saying they think it's too soon. People are saying let her live her life. That's completely up to her. If she feels like she's ready to move on, but I know for me, it would be extremely hard to like open myself up to someone again. Being that I've been with my wife for so long, it'd be tough. But it's like you You hope these things.
Everyone and their grandmother had a theory about who leaked that video. Was it an angry ex-boyfriend? A bitter employee with a grudge? Or maybe an inside job? Some people even thought Twitch himself might have dropped the bomb, flipping Diddy's world upside down. Others speculated it could have been someone in Diddy's own circle, fed up with his antics and ready to watch everything burn down. We're talking about decades of carefully built reputations crumbling faster than a sandcastle in a tsunami, with careers hanging by a thread thinner than a model's patience at an all-you-can-eat buffet. But if you thought that was the final blow, hold on to your wigs because there's a twist that'll make your jaw hit the floor. Just when everyone thought they had it all figured out, some tech-savvy folks started questioning the video's authenticity. Turns out, there were whispers that parts of it might have been generated by artificial intelligence. Can you believe that? In a world where we can't even trust our own eyes anymore, things are getting crazier by the minute. You might think this is where the story ends, but you'd be wrong. Every time you think you've heard it all, another bombshell is right around the corner. And let me tell you, what's coming next is so shocking, so unexpected. It'll make everything we've discussed so far look like child's play. The tea that's about to spill? It's not just hot. It's nuclear.
With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America liked that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies. They're not going to come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them. And they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape. And girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not going to show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're going to start talking. And they're not going to be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, TD Jakes, he haven't even came out and said anything. And him and Diddy was real cool.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man then led them probably, allegedly led them to damnation because those people's hearts are going to be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man. And he has a history. It's not looking too good for him.
So you feel like celebs are worried that they might be on tape?
Oh, they know. That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you got to take your clothes off. He said that himself, bro. So a lot of them, like what was what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bruh, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having one or two or maybe three ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that wanted to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing, it's going to give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that. He may be one of the person got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right? That was said in the indictment. You know, somebody, I think Dawn may have said that. I don't know for sure. And correct me if I'm wrong. He would, even if you didn't want to do something, he would tell the individual, well, I got you on tape doing it before. And the person would feel pressured in having to do something or come and do something at the party or be at the party because he already had him on tape right then and there. But what you think when you do it the second time? He's still going to have you on tape. Those tapes is the one who's killing because people don't understand this. Little Rod, he's taping for Diddy in some occasions. When he wrote his indictment up, when he wrote his, when his lawyer wrote up his briefs and submitted it, he must have had he must have been a prosecutor somewhere or something like that, because he wrote it up like it was an indictment. You understand? Saying all the stuff that had happened. Then people don't understand this. After he wrote it up and he had the tapes and everything, they sent that to the feds. The feds opened up a case on that. Everybody think it's happened. Oh, the feds looked at Cassie getting beaten, and then they just opened up a case. Nah. I think it was more so Lil Rob and them sending the feds that information. They put in a civil suit, then sent the other stuff over to the feds, and it read like an indictment. So they had to look at it because they see some crimes that was committed in that. And lo and behold, they do a raid on the house. So, to get back to your question, all the footage and everything that they have is going to either help, it's going to help them.
Remember when I said Hollywood drama never takes a break? Well, it just woke up and came in swinging. The morning after that video dropped, Hollywood turned into a battlefield. Stars were scrambling to distance themselves faster than roaches when the lights come on. But it wasn't just about avoiding Diddy, Twitch, or their own skeletons. It was full-blown damage control. It was like a tornado hit a glitter factory. Publicists were running around, agents were stress-eating caviar, and celebrities were changing their numbers faster than Taylor Swift changes boyfriends. The panic was so thick You could almost smell it in the air. Celebs who were once Diddy's best friends suddenly couldn't remember his name. It was like he'd been wiped off their Instagram feeds. But hold on, things are getting even juicier. Many of these same people are now side-eyeing Diddy like he's holding the hottest gossip. It's giving I don't know her energy, and trust me, it's delicious. Now, let's talk about Diddy. The man who's been at the top for decades is watching his empire crumble, looking shakier than a Jenga tower during an earthquake. We're talking canceled deals, pulled endorsements, and a fan base vanishing faster than a DMV line on a Friday afternoon. If Diddy doesn't pull off something major, he might be trading his bad boy Title IV by boy status, with Twitch dancing away with the crown. He may have dodged the worst, but he's definitely not celebrating. Rumor has it some of his gigs are hanging by a thread. Being tied to a scandal this big isn't exactly good for your brand, even if you're the so-called victim. It's the classic case of the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Well, I don't think it's going to work. What he's ultimately saying is that he has a right to a fair trial, which would include a impartial jury. And by the time this thing goes to trial next year, will they be able to find anyone to serve on that jury who does not already have formed opinions negatively about Diddy based on all this press coverage? So that's what he's arguing, and he's saying, hey, this needs to stop so that jurors can come in who don't already have preconceived notions of his guilt. The problem is that these statements are not being made by the prosecutor. The court certainly has authority over the parties and their lawyers to tell them to stop speaking or limit their speech, more accurately, leading up to a trial if it would result in an unfair trial occurring. But here, this letter that Diddy's lawyers are filing are directed towards the media, which there is like no way that a U.S. court can tell the media not to report on something. There's maybe one national security exception that's been recognized.
This scandal has the potential to shake up the entire industry, exposing all the lies, secrets, and shady deals that have been hiding in the background. It's not just ruining a few careers. Someone's been sweeping a lot of dirt under the rug, and trust me, there's plenty more to uncover. But of course, it's not all smooth sailing. This drama could have some unintended side effects. Rumor has it that some big names are starting to sweat because Diddy's little black book is packed with more names than a flash sale. If things go south, we'll definitely need more popcorn to get through it all. Both sides are scrambling to manage the fallout. Twitch is staying calm, acknowledging the rumors and letting the facts speak for themselves. Meanwhile, Diddy's team is denying everything, calling it part of a bigger smear campaign. It's a mess, more chaotic than a toddler at dinner. And it's far from over. Keep watching because this story has more twists than a pretzel factory, and we're only just getting started. The real question is, who's going to come out of this unscathed? In Hollywood, you never know who's stirring the next pot, and today's hot gossip might just be tomorrow's forgotten news.
Even part of the indictment. We're not clear on that because the indictment does not name the victims, and we've seen all these people that have come up with the Busby lawsuits, and we're not sure that any of the people who are suing and whose lawyers are making statements in the press are even named or will be victims in the criminal case. So, the fact that there's a lot of people out there saying things could be just the result of the fact that he harmed a lot of people, and he just needs to be accountable for that, and he really can't stop them from speaking.
So it's interesting because as we go through these letters and exhibits, they really have been trying everything, but they make a point. There's a section of this Daily Beast article that is interesting because this lawyer, Ariel, is saying her research says that the baby oil could be used as a conduit for the GHB, etc. Now, there previously had been a back and forth between the feds and Diddy's legal team saying you guys can't actually keep talking to the press. They were trying to claim that the feds were racist was one claim, right? They were both going back, sort of sharing examples that neither of them should be talking. And the judge said, you're correct, stop talking. Does that include all these lawyers of all these other extra suits? Or this is just the Fed case? Like, does this not fall into the same sort of problem that the feds faced when Diddy's lawyers presented it in court? And that, yeah, these lawyers should stop trying to trial it in the public. They need to wait till the case happens. How does that work?
So there's two parties to the criminal case. It's the United States of America versus, Sean Combs. Those are the two parties, and each party is represented by counsel. So the federal court has authority over, the U.S. government and its counsel, and over Sean Combs and his counsel, to saying, hey, here's some restrictions on pretrial statements to the media. So that's possible. But here, the statements that he's complaining about in this letter, or his attorney's complaining about in the letter, are not statements by the government. These are statements by Attorney Busby, who's a civil attorney who is in no way connected to the government. He's just a lawyer who's been hired by people to sue. And then the clients of Busby, and then the other lawyers and clients that are out there making civil claims. Those people are not parties to the criminal case. And like I said earlier, it's not even clear that the people who are suing in civil court, meaning for damages against Sean Combs, are even going to be named victims, witnesses in the criminal case. Now, it would make a lot of sense that the government would reach out to these other folks. I'm sure that's happened. Saying, hey, you're identifying yourself as a victim and you're suing Sean Combs. Do you want to cooperate with us? What do you know? And they may end up being part of the criminal trial, but we don't know that at this point. And the court really doesn't have much authority.
Moving forward, what would you advise, I guess, to his team? Is this a smart move, or does this make it look like he's silencing us all, which to me isn't a good look?
Yeah, I mean, there's rules on pretrial publicity by lawyers in the United States. And we have to remember, federal government did a press conference. Southern District in New York prosecutor came out and made a press conference. We all watched that. And it was powerful and, specific. And so the government's doing this too. The thing is that really what these publicity rules do allow for is to saying, hey, if you are a witness, please come forward, help the government. Or Combs' attorney can say, if you're a witness, please come forward and cooperate with us in our defense. So that's an appropriate use of pretrial publicity, is to get that, other people out there to cooperate. Again, they do have to be very careful in the type of statements that they're making. The baby oil, buying it in bulk from Costco, is just silliness. So, again, the federal court that can clamp down on these lawyers that are involved for Combs and the U.S. government. But here, this letter is attacked, towards the news media, which there's zero authority to do anything about, and other people who just happen to have claims against him who are not at this point named necessarily as victims in the criminal case. So again, it just seems like he is getting pummeled. He's got an avalanche of negative information against him, and he's trying to kind of basically unbury himself. But I don't think this is going to do it.
Yeah, it's interesting because this Damien guy, the agent, has responded. The defendant, citing no authority, have listed that such an order bind any local and federal law enforcement agents assisting any aspect of the investigation or any related grand jury proceedings, including but not limited to the Department of Homeland. The proposal was plainly overbroad, as it would require the government to be held accountable. Potentially thousands of agents in an independent law enforcement agency over whom the government has no authority or oversight. The Homeland Security employs over 200,000 individuals, as it states here. It basically just says this order would be impossible to enforce. Do you agree with this? Is this a silly thing? How do you think this is going to net out?
Yeah, I think it is silly. We kind of understand that there's a lot of high-profile cases. We cover these all the time, and they are able to find jurors. Look at Depp Heard. They found, some people might say, oh, that was a bad example, but we have high-profile cases all the time, intense media coverage, and they find jurors who say that they either don't know anything about the case because they just don't follow the news, or if they've heard things, are able to set that aside and follow the judge's instructions and base their verdict on the evidence that's presented. At least they're going to swear, hey, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So even me, like I say, you and I have heard all this stuff. It's like, okay, I could serve on the jury. It's like, because I don't believe what people say, just because they say it. It's like I would be able to serve on the jury because I would listen to the evidence.
Yeah.
So even me that's heavily involved in following this, it's like, okay, I mean, the guy sounds guilty, but I would